Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay, it's my program is telling me that the stream quality is bad, but this is only a static image on screen, so how bad could it possibly be? Hey, if anyone's in chat, feel free to let me know if I am audible. And let's also, while we're doing the thing, feel free to let me know if the direct audio is proper. It's working the way it's supposed to. YouTube, why do you keep telling me you're not receiving data fast enough? I'm sending you like 10,000 kilobytes per second. Come on. I see I'm not the only one. Live streaming direct. Of course not. So, who's ready for Fio and Eri from Metal Slug in Smash Brothers? That's my prediction. Metal Slug characters in Smash Brothers. That's what I want. I want that. And if they give me fucking Terry Bogard or whatever, I'm gonna be pissed. I'm not really, but yeah, I want Metal Slug characters. The moment I had the thought, I desperately wanted it. You can't hear the direct at all. Might want to check that. Yeah. It should be audible. Theoretically. So Overwatch is going to get announced for Switch. We already know that because they could not keep their pants on with leaking that shit. I predict we're going to get absolutely no Animal Crossing information. They're going to talk about Link's Awakening again for no reason, except like everyone freaking knows that's... For Pokemon Sword and Shield, we're going to get a couple of new Pokemon, and we're going to get a look at a couple of new gym leaders. Like, I think that's really all they're going to do is just give us a little tidbits. Couple of new Pokemon. Some ability that's going to completely fucking break competitive is going to get shown off, like, in a flash. Hey, Soulstep, thanks for the help. Yeah, the thing about, like, if Terry Bogard is the next downloadable fighter, it's like, Ryu, Ken, and Terry Bogard. Wow, the variety. It becomes a little bit like Sword characters. When there's, like, if we are gonna go from, like, fighting games, I would want anyone but Terry Bogard from King of Fighters. What was up with the 20-second stream earlier? Yeah, that was Streamlabs being an asshole to me. That was Streamlabs being a jackass and broadcasting to the wrong thing. Is the leak allowed here? Yeah, it's out there. Like, we know it's an SNK character. Nintendo leaked it themselves. That's like fair game, I think. La da 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 do 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 do. Na 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 na. The heavy weapons guy. Yeah. Any chance for Doom guy? No, I don't think so. I don't think Bethesda has that kind of pull, sadly. I could see BJ Blazkowicz, like, maybe, if they were gonna do one of the FPS Legend characters, but yeah. Oh shit, Bayonetta 3, actually. That's a good point. We haven't heard anything about that game for ages. I feel like there's a chance we'll get a little bit of Metroid news. Like not a lot, but just like a little bit of something. Maybe they'll show a pre-rendered trailer or something. Oh, well, thank you, Sonic Pelly. I don't love you because I don't know you, but I'm glad you love me. I predict no Animal Crossing. Just none. Just not even a hint or a whisper of Animal Crossing. Not a trailer, not a mention, nothing. They're just going to pretend Animal Crossing doesn't exist for this entire Direct. Do I like Princess Daisy at all? Yeah, she's better than Peach. Peach is a close second, mind you. But no, actually, it goes Daisy, Rosalina, and then Peach. Oh, here we go. Here we go. It's starting. Yeah, we knew this. Yeah. Overwatch for Switch. Woo! Surprise! Still, that's cool. And I'm kind of surprised that the Switch is able to run it. Oh, gyro controls. Oh no. I would have to suspect that there's some kind of visual downgrade for the Switch, specifically. Hearthstone on Switch would make sense.
Hello everyone. I'll be your guide for today's Nintendo Direct.
Thank you very much.
Takahashi. And that was, of course, the latest trailer for Overwatch by Blizzard Entertainment. The game is scheduled for release on Nintendo Switch October 15th, so please look forward to it.
October 15th, huh?
Let's get into our first batch of Nintendo Switch headlines. Please take a look.
You gotta see these floors of the hotel for yourself.
Okay.
Luigi's Mansion 3 takes place in a haunted hotel, where every floor has a distinct theme unlike any other. Case
Oh,
in
that's
point,
cool.
Tomb Suites. I mean, a pyramid inside a hotel? Guess we should expect some mummies, harsh sands, and booby traps. As for the other floors, well, there's a disco floor, a pirate-themed restaurant. You get the idea. May not be the usual amenities, but there's a rogues gallery of bosses to check out before you, well, check out.
I really like Luigi's Mansions and its aesthetic.
New attraction, Screen Park. In this party mode, there's a Luigi team and a Gooigi team. With only one Nintendo Switch system, 2 to 8 players can battle it out. See which team can defeat the most ghosts. Collect the most coins by piloting floaties with the Poltergust G00 and break the most targets. Hey, even Luigi needs a break sometimes.
It's weird how Nintendo keeps assuming that we all have friends.
31st, just in time for Halloween. Get a load of this new free-to-start Kirby game. The combined forces of Kirby, and Kirby are in for some wicked boss fights. We're calling it Super Kirby Clash. Take up quests in town, and collectively, you and your team will pick 4 jobs. That's right. Get your weapons, get your gear, and get ready. Some mighty tough enemies await. There are more than 100 quests.
Can I turn up the video?
Take a
Yes.
look at your enemy and make sure you have the right jobs for the job. The key to victory is to know your role and work as a team.
This is interesting, actually.
Play alone, together on one system, team up via local wireless.
I'm
Or even play
curious about the monetization, though.
It'll be time to unite with friends and players from around the world and overcome each challenging quest when Super Kirby Clash launches later today.
Okay.
And remember, it's
What's
free to
the
start
monetization, though? Free to start means what? Gacha?
too. This long-awaited, recently released RPG is getting a remake.
Yes.
After 25 years, fans of the Mana series can look forward to the HD remake of the third game in the trilogy, Trials of Mana.
Seiken Densetsu 3 is so good.
6 different characters, you'll choose a protagonist and 2 companions. The ones you choose will determine which of the interwoven stories you'll follow through this reimagined world.
Now you remember what will happen.
Oh,
to
hello,
Jessica
there's the
if
titty.
I die.
This interference will not be forgotten.
As each character advances, they'll have the opportunity to switch their class.
You should really, if you haven't already
Special
tried
moves and spells.
Seiken Densetsu
Step
3,
into the
just get
light,
one of
or
the
show your dark
downloads
side when
or
picking a
else
class to
the
change your character's
pack that they've
appearance
released to
and
Switch.
ability.
Because it's a
Unlike
really,
the
really
classic
good
version,
RPG.
Characters have full range of movement, including jumping and combo attacks for each member of your party. Once again, the wheels of fate are beginning to turn. Find out what's in store for the beloved world of Trials of Mana on April 24th.
Not sure I like all the animation I saw in there. Some of it seemed a bit stiff. But it's probably...
What happened
Oh,
to the
shit!
crew of this doomed
Obra
ship?
Dinn. That's a good match for the
Obra Dinn
Switch,
vanished
too.
at sea in 1803, only to wash up 4 years later in Falmouth, England, with no sign of survivors. The fate of the crew remains unknown. As an insurance investigator for the East India Company, you must board the ship and uncover the mystery of its disappearance and return. Your analysis will rely heavily on one less than ordinary device. Use the power of the Momentum Mortem pocket watch to turn back time and witness each soul's last moment.
You bastards may take exactly what I give you!
Explore the ship.
It's such a good
Observe
game.
the situation and record your logical deductions.
And it's such a cool visual style,
Without you,
too.
The true tale will never be told.
Because it's kind of... It's a combination of, like,
What brought the Obra Dinn to such an end?
pixel art and... what are they called? Bronze...
Little by little, tease
yeah,
apart the
copper
misfortunes of the ship
things.
and its
What are they
crew
called?
To solve the mystery.
Like, impressions, engravings.
Return of the
Copper
Obra Dinn
engravings.
arrives on Nintendo
Which is a
Switch
really
fall
clever way to mix
2019.
aesthetics.
There's a small
And yes,
town
it's the
out
guy who
there
did
with a
Papers,
big
Please.
secret.
Ooh.
Never leave town. That is the rule agreed upon by the people of this peaceful town and the castle protecting it. One day, there suddenly appeared a giant monster.
The visual style in this
Defend the
game is really
townspeople.
solid.
One boy named Axe will stand up to face it. And the only weapons he'll need are ideas. But to win one of these battles, you must know when to use them. Strategy is everything if there's any hope to win. During battle, you can move around to garner support from townspeople. Take advantage to gain the advantage. Seize every opportunity to protect your town in this new RPG from Game Freak.
That's a really solid
And
visual style.
Almost all the music in the game was composed by Undertale creator Toby Fox.
Oh, now I have to get
Little
it.
Town Hero will
Damn
make
it.
a stand on Nintendo Switch.
Toby
October
Fox did the
16th.
music. God
You
damn
can
it.
purchase and preload the game later today.
Now I have to have it. Fuck.
Fall is coming to
Oh,
Super
here we
Smash
go.
Brothers Ultimate.
Here comes the Smash stuff.
We can finally confirm
Maybe.
the release date of Challenger Pack 3, Banjo and Kazooie. Banjo and Kazooie.
Huh. Stream glitch.
And the release date is today.
Shadow Drop.
Today's
Nice.
Nintendo Direct will broadcast a video detailing how to use Banjo and Kazooie, featuring the game's director, Masahiro Sakurai. As a special treat, the video will begin immediately following the Nintendo Direct you're watching right now. To tide yourself over until the release of Banjo and Kazooie, please check it out. But first,
There we go. Here they come. What are they gonna give us? Wait. Oh, I see. Yeah, fine. Yeah, it's Terry. Or not. That's a pretty good intro. That's a pretty solid little... Oh, they are teasing. But yeah, Terry Bogard. Not a surprise. Now in development. Yeah. I figured. Okay. So we're not gonna get to see any of him, but it's Terry Bogard. Because of course it is. I wanted goddamn Metal Slug characters. Anyway, that's fine. Like, SNK is a legend in the industry. They deserve a Smash character.
So, Terry Bogard from Fatal Fury is joining the battle. That means we've revealed 4 of the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass. Can there really be only one left?
Now what? More
We're
DLC
happy to
fighters in
confirm
development.
The development of more DLC fighters for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
Very good.
Outside the 5 fighters included in the Fighters Pass, we can confirm that other new fighters are in development. The battle isn't over yet.
Alright, cool. I mean, they were gonna.
So, what do you think? Regarding what was announced about additional fighters at the end of that segment, we'll have more to share with you in the future. For now, let's continue with some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
So, what else?
It's about time to wake the Windfish.
Link's
in The Legend of
Awakening,
Zelda:
yes.
Link's Awakening.
Oh, I'm looking
Which
forward to
means
that.
The next big adventure on Nintendo Switch is fast approaching. You'll meet some strangely endearing islanders, face a series of puzzling tasks, and encounter some oddly familiar faces. Whatever happens, help Link escape Koholint Island before its mysteries get the best of him. With the all-new Chamber Dungeon, you can place chambers earned on your adventure to arrange your own dungeons, add in plus effects that alter chambers, and save chamber dungeons to a compatible amiibo figure featuring a character from the Legend of Zelda series. That way, your friends can play them. Be ready. The
They
Legend
really
of
should
Zelda:
be able
Link's
to. You
Awakening
should
will
be able
launch before you know
to
it
share
on
those with your
September 20th.
friend codes,
The new
Nintendo,
Link
or
amiibo
something.
figure will be available that same day.
But yeah, I'm looking forward to Link's Awakening. I love
You
the
know
aesthetic.
The hero's might from Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Now join his adventure.
And Dragon Quest
9
9. Or 11, rather.
Elusive Age Definitive Edition is exactly that. The most complete version of a sprawling adventure story that allows you to choose between HD and 2D graphics, travel to past Dragon Quest worlds, and experience new character-focused stories. The day the game launches, free downloadable content can be found in the Champions Pack, including consumable items and more equipment that can change the appearance of party members. An
I've never
RPG
really been
giant
into Dragon
draws
Quest,
near.
so.
Dragon Quest 11.
But it's nice that finally, like, this was announced at the launch of the Switch, and now it's finally getting there.
Until then,
It only
you can
took them
prepare for
10
your
million
adventure
years
with
to
the free
port it.
demo on Nintendo eShop.
I hope this is a soft test of Zelda Dungeon Maker. Yeah,
Looking for
I
more
wonder
Fire
about
Emblem
that.
Goodness? Then say hello to Tokyo.
Wait, Tokyo Mirage Sessions?
The worlds of the Fire Emblem series and Atlas games have crossed paths, and the result is coming to Nintendo Switch.
I never played that on Wii
The story
U.
takes place in modern-day Tokyo, where creative energy is so abundant, it's materialized into something called Performa, which attracts wicked mirages who suck it out of people. You'll face off against this threat as up-and-comer Itsuki
Oh, go away,
Aoi
ArtStation.
and his friends who are trying to make it in the entertainment business. Fire Emblem characters
I
like
just
Chrom
don't-
and Sita will join you from another dimension. Together,
just
you'll wage deep
Can't
turn-based
get
battles,
excited for this game.
blending the
I've heard
combat
it's
of the
actually
Fire
pretty
Emblem
damn
and
good.
Shin Megami
I've heard
Tensei
it's actually
series.
really solid.
And
But
in the Nintendo
the whole
Switch version,
idle
there's a
thing
new song
and then
that wasn't included in the
like
original.
sort of the
Be
barest
sure to check
veneer
out
of
the
Fire
other
Emblem
features,
characters is like
from the new story elements to the characters joining you in battle for the first time. Hey, is that Tiki? Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore releases on January 17th. You can pre-purchase the game later.
It's such a
today.
weird letdown after they announced a crossover with Atlas and Fire Emblem, and then
Welcome
it's like
back to
that.
where nothing is what it seems.
Oh, wait.
Boston, 2019. It all
Deadly
begins
Premonition 2?
again when FBI agent Aaliyah Davis opens an investigation into an old serial killer case. She
Okay.
also opens a door to the unknown. A door that also takes us back to New Orleans, 14 years ago.
Excuse me.
Here, our story follows an FBI agent who goes by the name of York.
Zach, it looks like
The journey between past and present will take Aaliyah and York on a winding path.
Okay.
But what lies at the end? Will it be truth or madness?
That's
Deadly Premonition 2,
I did not
Blessing
expect
in
Deadly
Disguise
Premonition
sparkles
to
and
get a
beguiles
sequel.
on Nintendo Switch in 2020. And now for a shocker. The original game in the series will launch on Nintendo eShop as Deadly Premonition Origins later today.
Well, cool. I've heard it's a pretty good game.
Divinity Original Sin 2 Definitive Edition is finally coming to Nintendo Switch. Check it out.
Man, I wish I could get into Divinity 2 more, or Original Sin more. Because it's really, really fucking good. I just could not get into it. I tried for like 5 hours and I just was not entertained. And it's entirely because of me. It's entirely me. Because the game is good, it was just not what I wanted. Oh, cloud saves between Steam and Nintendo Switch. That's actually really good. I'm really glad that's a thing. That's good. Cloud saves, fuck yes.
And now for a message from Bethesda.
Hey Nintendo fans, Pete Hines from Bethesda. On behalf of everyone at id Software,
Please don't
I'm excited
launch
to
Fallout
announce something
76 on
really cool that we
Switch.
have coming to Nintendo Switch later this year. I'm sure many of you have fond memories of spending countless hours playing your favorite games on Nintendo 64. Well, this year is the
Oh,
25th anniversary
Doom
of
64,
one of the
huh?
most popular first-person shooter franchises ever. And to celebrate, we're re-releasing one of our favorite games, Doom 64.
Yeah, we knew about that, I
For
think.
the first time since its original release in 1997, Doom 64 will be officially available on a Nintendo console. Relive your crusade against the demons in more than 30 action-packed levels. Or if you're a newcomer, experience the retro first-person shooter that helped make Doom one of the most popular shooter franchises in history.
Oh, that's
Doom
neat.
64 will release on Nintendo Switch on November 22nd this year.
I have a hard time getting excited for anything Bethesda does these days. Even Doom Eternal looks a little bit less good than Doom 2016.
Developer Hi-Res Studios Rogue Company. To most of the world, Rogue Company is a rumor at best, but its operatives are the real deal. And as one of these elite specialists, you'll face challenges which will require your specialized abilities and tools to combat the infamous organization Jackal. Play against friends or match up with a similarly skilled team online in a variety of objective-based game modes. Whether you wield guns, gadgets, or melee weapons, your playstyle will depend on your choice of mercenary, which can be fully customized. There will be plenty of modes, maps, weapons, skins, in-game events, and more. When Rogue Company sneaks up on Nintendo Switch in 2020,
High res, huh? Another
How's it
company I
going?
never get excited for.
Next, the new titles in the core Pokemon RPG series, Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield.
Oh, here we go.
We have more information to share that will shed new light on this next Pokemon adventure. Please take a look.
Here we go. Here comes the fun part.
Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield take place in the Galar region, a scenic land where people and Pokemon
It
work
looks so
together
good.
toward a prosperous future. Among them,
Like,
you'll
the
encounter
visuals
new
just look so
Pokemon
good.
and meet new people throughout your adventure. Today, we'll cover 4 features you can look forward to.
Please don't
First,
just tell us about
customizing your
Dynamaxing
look.
again. Okay.
Once again, the latest entry in the series lets you pick your outfit. This time, it's not just tops and bottoms, but a wide variety, including outerwear and gloves. Plus, you can
Oh,
change
nice.
your hairstyle. Or
That's
put
actually
on
pretty
a little
cool.
Makeup. There's a lot more to becoming a champion than
Because, like,
simply honing
customizing your
battle
trainer
skills.
was always sort
You've
of the
gotta look
idea of
the part,
Pokemon,
too,
that it's
don't you
your
think?
journey. But
Second,
when you just look like the same
Pokemon
fucking
camp.
trainer as everyone else, you know.
During your journey through the Galar region, you can camp anytime at Pokemon Camp.
Oh, that's a
While
Pokemon.
you're
That's the
there, you
Pokemon
can
ME
play with your
caretaking game.
Pokemon. And as you get to know them better, they'll also improve in battle.
Do they gain
Additionally,
experience?
In the wild area, you can visit other players' camps too. Feel free to bring along one of your Pokemon and hang out with up to 3 other players at the camp. We definitely recommend interacting with another player's Pokemon.
I bet they're gonna have one
Third,
evolution that's
curry
tied to
on
it.
rice. Pokemon Camp is also a great place to cook up a dish that is very popular in the Galar region, curry on rice. How your curry turns out and what type it is ultimately depends on which berries and other ingredients
I
you
guess it's
use.
Cooking Mama now.
Not to mention the heart
Pokemon
you
Cooking
put
Mama.
into it.
Okay.
There are more than 100 types. And each one you cook up will be registered in your curry decks. The goal? To master the art of curry. Huh?
Wait, what the fuck is that one?
Pokemon doing here? And fourth,
Be our
we'll
guest,
introduce some
be
new
our guest.
Pokemon
Put our
discovered in
service
the
to the
Galar
test.
region. First is
Are you on
Poltergeist.
napkin round your
Normally,
neck?
it makes a home for itself by hiding amongst tableware at hotels and restaurants. Its body is made of tea, complete with its own aroma and flavor. It may even allow a trusting trainer to taste
They made a
its tea.
fucking tea Pokemon.
Ghost-type Pokemon also has a special ability.
It's a
called
fucking
Weak
tea
Armor.
Pokemon.
Next, another new Pokemon called Cramorant. This flying and water-type Pokemon has one huge appetite. It will swallow anything it can fit in its mouth. When it uses Surf or Dive during battle, watch as it rises from the water, along with the catch in its mouth. If it takes damage in this state, it'll retaliate by spitting out its catch at the attacker. This is Cramorant's exclusive new ability, Gulp Missile. And that's all we have to share with you today.
Meh.
Pokemon
Okay.
Sword and Pokemon Shield will launch on Nintendo Switch November 15th.
Well, a couple of new Pokemon, some new abilities, and I'm sure people will be going over these trailers
Well,
with a
how about
fine-tooth
that?
comb to find
There
everything.
are still 2 more months until the game releases. Please look forward to the day you can start your new adventure in the Galar region. So, it's been about
They made a
year since we
tea
began
Pokemon.
offering Nintendo Switch online memberships. With
Oh, are you
Nintendo
finally
Switch
gonna put
Online,
fucking
we're
Super
providing a
Nintendo games
variety
on
of
it?
Games and fun features. And now, we're looking to add in an additional library of games.
Yes, it's the
It's
Super.
called
Finally,
Super
fucking
Nintendo
finally!
Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online.
Holy
this,
shit!
Play
Finally.
a variety of classic Super NES games on Nintendo Switch. There are some you may not expect, like Stunt Race FX, which will be available to play on another system. for
That's
the first
that's an
time.
interesting
You can
inclusion.
face off or team up in local multiplayer by passing a Joy-Con controller to a friend, or even play together online.
Oh, online multiplayer.
Oh, and the rewind function will be available from launch.
Nice. Online multiplayer in SNES games is actually kind of a big deal.
Here are
That's
the
actually
first
really
games
cool.
we plan to release.
Wait, did they have that for NES games?
All
I can't
20 of the
remember.
games you see on screen will launch tomorrow. Of course, we will eventually add more to the lineup.
Wait, Super EDF is
This
on there?
offer is
Cool.
exclusively available to Nintendo Switch Online members. So
And
please
he's
enjoy
about to
them
show off
at no
a
additional
SNES
charge.
Joy-Con.
Oh, you noticed this, did you? To recapture the original feel of these games, we will be releasing a Super Nintendo Entertainment System Nintendo Switch Online exclusive controller as a special offer. To
Oh,
charge
not a
it, you
Joy-Con.
can use a USB cable, just like the Nintendo Switch Pro
Okay, it doesn't
controller.
attach to the thing.
This Super
Right,
NES
makes
style
sense.
controller will be available for purchase exclusively for Nintendo Switch Online members. Visit the Nintendo website for the latest information.
I kind of
on its
want
release.
that. I'm not gonna lie. I have
Wouldn't
so
it
many
be
memories
nice
of the
to play
SNES
those
controller.
games again with one of these controllers? Well, let's move on to some more Nintendo Switch headlines.
Oh,
Sure, you know Tetris,
okay.
but can you survive this? Nintendo Switch Online members, the large-scale puzzle battle game Tetris 99 is getting a free update. Tetris 99 Invictus is here, and not for the faint of heart. You can't even play it until you achieve Tetris Maximus status. Can you survive against the best of the best? Well, good luck.
Well, it just got more competitive.
We're also adding in daily
That's nice.
missions for some added challenges. By clearing these missions, you can acquire tickets and exchange them for a variety of custom themes. Sweet! To showcase your accomplishments, we're tossing in a vast array of new player icons too. Beyond that, the second wave of paid DLC is here as well. In two-player share battle mode,
I like how much they have committed.
For a two-player game against each other. And
I like how much they have committed
Get together with
to
friends to battle via local wireless on your
to
Nintendo
fucking
Switch
Tetris
system's
99
local arena
of all
mode.
things.
The version 2.0 update for Tetris 99 will be available tomorrow. A packaged version, including the game, DLC, and a Nintendo Switch Online 12-month individual membership will be available September 6th.
Paid Tetris DLC, yes. New Tetramino
Mario
shapes.
and Sonic are ready to kick it old school in Tokyo. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games has become a tradition of its own. This time, there are more than 20 events, including the 100-meter, karate, football.
So the first one of these back in the day was absolute
Rugby
garbage,
sevens,
as far as I
sport
remember.
climbing,
But I've heard they've
badminton,
actually gotten kind of good.
gymnastics, surfing, and you know what? There's more where that came from.
I'm not really interested
Check out
in them, but
these 10 retro style
I do love the
events.
retro style thing.
Each one
I do think
rocking
that's
some
pretty
sweet
cool.
2D style graphics. They're all new, all retro, and very refreshing to play. On top of that, there are new mini-games, unlockable characters, and a story mode in which Mario, Sonic, Bowser, and Dr. Eggman must escape from a game based on the Olympic Games Tokyo 1964. Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games Tokyo 2020 will go for the gold November 5th.
Yeah, it's fine.
The next Damon X Machina demo will be here sooner than you think.
Why are you
Ahead
still
of the
putting
full
out
game's
demos
release
for that
next week,
game?
The free demo version, Damon X Machina Prologue Demo, will be available for download later today. In this prologue, you'll man your mech through the beginning of the game, and all of your progress can carry over to the full game. If you've never played a mech action game and you're wondering what they're all about, this is the perfect time to take one for a test drive.
Damon X Machina
A key
looks
feature of this
so
demo
fucking
is the
cool,
co-op mode for
but
up
when
to
I played
4
the demo,
players.
it was just
We're happy
kind
to
of
report that
boring.
It can be played via local wireless.
Like it was just a grind.
So,
It was just
gather your
like bullet
friends.
sponge enemies, and
Make
then
the
like,
bosses feel like the
oh my
little
god.
guys. The full game will also support online play. Be ready by customizing your mech and honing your skills on missions. What hides beneath your mech's armor? A god or a demon? Damon X Machina will be ready for action September 13th.
I'm really curious about it though. Like Nintendo has been pushing it pretty hard, so
The Star Wars classic
Oh,
is
shit!
so fun, it's back for more. Kyle
Really?
Katarn, agent of the New Republic, is
Jedi
our only hope to
Outcast?
stop a rogue Jedi. Get your lightsaber out the
okay.
ring,
Holy
blaster in
shit,
hand,
that's nostalgia blast.
prepared to wield the full power of the Force. Courtesy of Aspire, the full single-player experience of Star Wars, Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast is coming to Nintendo Switch September 24th.
Well, shit, that's pretty cool. Oh, can we have Jedi Academy soon
Got new
too?
Details on some upcoming games.
Here's where my journey begins.
You are Geralt of Rivia, mercenary monster slayer. Your current contract? tracking down a living weapon known as the Child of Prophecy. You'll have a whole world to explore, at home and on the go.
It's really
Witcher
fucking
3
impressive
Wild
that they
Hunt
managed to
Complete
cram that
Edition
onto the
comes to
Switch.
Nintendo Switch on October 15th.
Like,
And
even at the lowered
all
resolution and
downloadable
graphical
content and story
fidelity,
expansions are along for
it's
the ride.
really fucking impressive.
Become the most feared pirate in the Caribbean in Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag. Then transform into the ultimate assassin hunter in Assassin's Creed Rogue. That's 2 action-packed games for one great value. All past DLC and new features like touch control and motion aiming coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch in Assassin's Creed The Rebel Collection. Battle for survival at the edge of a savage frontier in the online free-to-play action RPG Dauntless. Whether you're a
Hey,
veteran looking
Dauntless.
to take your
I know
slayer
some
on the
people who
go,
work on that
or
game,
looking
actually.
ready to forge your legacy, you'll hone your skills, craft and customize hundreds of gear options, and team up with other slayers to take down boss-sized behemoths. As you can see, the folks at Phoenix Labs are
And it's
adding loads of
basically
new
like,
content
it's
in
like
anticipation of the
super
game's launch
party
on
mode
Nintendo Switch.
Monster Hunter.
There's plenty more on the horizon.
Like, if you love Monster Hunter, you'll love Dauntless, basically.
Open your calendar. More games are on the way.
That looked like Yokai Watch. Yeah, I don't care about Just Dance. Not much for racing games either. But I'll fucking play the shit out of Farming Simulator. Come on! That's my new career. Streaming Farm Simulator. I should go back and finish Ni no Kuni, though. I really should. Call of Cthulhu. Oh, okay. That's a game that's sort of good, but not great. Wait, Outer Worlds is coming to Switch? I didn't actually know that. Devil May Cry 2, the worst one. The worst one!
How's everything going? Next up, Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Hey, they're doing some Animal Crossing news. Yay!
So we prepared a video covering what was announced. Let's see, shall we?
That music is a jam.
Thank you for choosing the Deserted Island Getaway Package. A laid-back, relaxing time and a haven of nature awaits. For you and the other folks participating in the Getaway Package, the time's come to get into the groove of deserted island life.
Animal Crossing is so fucking relaxing.
It may be a deserted island, but the Resident Services building at its center is here to support your needs, so there's nothing to worry about. For starters, we'll provide you with a tent. Please select the spot where you'd like it set up.
Yeah, I really
and
want
there's something
fucking...
else.
Where the hell is
We'd
Bayonetta
like
3,
to offer you
actually?
an original Nook Inc. Nook phone. It comes pre-installed with a variety of apps for all your deserted island needs, including recipes for crafting tools and furniture.
How much do we want to bet
Let's
that
start
there's
by
some kind of
crafting
shitty
an
monetization
axe.
in Pocket Camp?
We're going to need
based
some
on this game.
materials, like branches
But crafting is
and
like...
stones. Then we'll
it's
head
such
to
an
Resident
obvious addition
Services
to
and
Animal
use the
Crossing.
workbench. Nicely done. You can use the tools you craft to acquire new materials, like this. And with those, you can craft more items. Feel free to place furniture
I can't buy
inside
Animal Crossing. I will lose my entire life to it.
or outside. You can fine-tune the arrangement so that the decor expresses your style. and you can fully enjoy the deserted island life. Let's head back to Resident Services. Here we sell tools and furniture. We also buy your unwanted items, including any weeds you remove, as part of our island cleanup plan.
Yeah,
In
sell
addition
some
to
weed to the
usual in-game
miner.
currency bells, you can also
Weeds.
earn Nook
Oh my
miles
God.
through the Nook Mileage program. You can exchange your miles for special items and recipes. You'll earn miles through a host of activities on the island, so be sure to take advantage of this program. There are many ways to experience the joys of life on a deserted island. Go fishing, catch some bugs, tend to flowers,
Animal Crossing is one of those
and
games
get
where
them to make a garland.
it seems like it should be so fucking boring.
Thanks to crafting,
But
even
it's
weeds
so
have
good.
uses. A vaulting pole makes it easy to quickly cross a river. A nutritious snack will help you shovel up a tree in no time. Plant it somewhere else to change things
It's
up
just
in that
nice
corner of the
and
island.
pleasant and charming. I really like Animal Crossing.
The
It's just
scenery
nice.
changes with the time and weather. There will be sunshine, cloudy days, rainfall, and enough wind to shake the trees. Depending on the time of day and the season, you'll encounter different creatures to catch too. Sociable types who live together on the same
I guess this
island
is the end of
can
the
play
direct, basically.
simultaneously.
Yeah.
Up to 4 players
They'll-
at a time on
Nintendo's
going
gonna drop one big thing after
living
Animal
together
Crossing.
and
I'm
working
betting it's
together
gonna be
in the
like
same space.
right at the end. Oh, we have one
With a
more thing to
local
show you, and then they're gonna
wireless or
drop something like
internet
Final
connection,
Fantasy VII
you can
Remake
travel
coming to the
another
Switch.
player's island for a total of 8 players in one visit. The whole scene feels meant to be. Why not snap a photo with everyone and make it a lasting memory? How's deserted island life looking? What we've shown you here today is truly just the beginning. There's so much more waiting to be discovered. So many activities, animals to encounter.
Yes, you saw
and
an
more
anteater.
calling to you from the island. We can't wait for you to experience the Nook Inc. Deserted Island Getaway Package.
Metroid Prime 4. I want Metroid news. Yeah, I really want an update on that game.
So, how'd it look? There's still a bit more time until the game launches, so please stay tuned. Alright, the next game will be our last announcement of the day. Please give it a look.
So, what did you save for the end? Wait. I know that landscape. Or do I? It's familiar anyway. Oh, it is! It is. Xenoblades.
Do you wish to change it? Huh?
I'm really feeling it!
The future.
Makes sense. It makes sense that they would want to port that over. This little... Really? A port was like their last big thing? Eh, alright. It's a good game, so it's fine. But seriously though, where the fuck's the Metroid news at this point, honestly?
Monolith Soft's Xenoblade Chronicles, which originally released in 2012 on the Wii system, is destined to be reborn on Nintendo Switch as Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. The game is planned for release in 2020. Please look forward to more announcements in the future. That's it for today. Thank you for watching.
Really? Nothing else? Really? That's odd. Nintendo usually ends on a bombshell. I don't feel like Xenoblade's Definitive Edition is much of a bombshell. Oh well.
Hello everyone, I'm Masahiro Sakurai, director of the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game. In our last showcase, I talked a little bit.
I gotta say, there was less big stuff in here than I thought there was gonna be. Like, there's some really cool, like, there's a whole bunch of really fucking cool ports. And Deadly Premonition 2 is a game that no one saw coming. Oh my god, Sakurai, please go to bed. Look at him! Look how... he's got bags under his eyes that are bigger than his eyes! Go to bed, please, sir. Please sleep. Oh, Lord. But yeah, I thought they would have some bigger... Like, I would have assumed they'd have an update on Bayonetta. Because they announced that, like, long time ago, and you'd think that there would be some kind of update on it. You'd think there would be some kind of update on Metroid at some point soon, because again, it's been like a good long while since they announced that they were remaking the whole thing from scratch. So you'd think there'd be something, but no, this was just more of like a little bit of an update on some things, and here's a bunch of new ports coming to the Switch. There's some good ports. Like, I'm really quite excited to see what Deadly Premonition 2 is like, because I've only watched playthroughs of the first one.
Alright, let's get started. So, what is Banjo-Kazooie?
Yeah, no Shin Megami Tensei. I don't know that I was expecting to hear anything about Shin Megami Tensei. Like, I feel like Atlas are kind of busy with other stuff at the moment.
The character Banjo made his first appearance a year earlier in a game called Diddy Kong Racing.
Breath of the Wild 2 is in development since 2 years. No, Breath of the Wild has not been in development for 2 years. Like, not as Breath of the Wild 2. As far as I'm aware, they started development on Breath of the Wild 2 initially as DLC and then eventually transitioned it into a full game release, which is going to add a lot to the production time. But yeah, I would have loved to see more about it, but I don't think they have any more to show. Like, I don't think they have anything new to show about Breath of the Wild 2.
Technically, they're a rival platform holder. Even so, they were happy for Banjo.
But yeah, I mean, the Switch is one of the hottest platforms available. So it's no surprise, really, that everyone wants to port their shit onto the Switch. And I'm happy about that. Like, I'm really happy that so many fucking ports are coming to the Switch, because, God, there's a lot of games I would rather play on that platform than anywhere else.
I know this is a Nintendo broadcast, but please, give the game a try on Xbox. Now let's talk about the music. The Banjo-Kazooie series music has a country feel to it. If we were to include this music in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate as is, it wouldn't really match the atmosphere of battle, so we put a lot of effort into arranging the music for the game. We'd like to play for you several of these arrangements during the show.
But yeah, I'm gonna stick around and watch through Sakurai's presentation to see if he...
Yes.
Like, if they
You'll see the track name.
shadow drop something right at the end of Sakurai's demonstration. I don't think they will, but I'll stick around and watch. But yeah, this was not much of a DLC or much of a direct. I feel like it was like okay. It was fine. It had some stuff in it. Doom 64, woo, but it just didn't have any of the big bombshells that we kind of get excited for. I would imagine SNK fans are really fucking excited for Terry Bogard, though.
For example, the Talon Trot here is used for their dash. And their jumps are based on abilities like Flap Flip and Feathery Flap. Their neutral attack is called Claw Swipe.
I really like the animations on Banjo.
To this in the original game.
Like, look how he kind of rolls back on his heel on his second punch.
Their flurry attack is a rat-a-tat-rap. Their dash attack is a forward roll, which is something Donkey Kong uses as well. This move is a pretty useful one. Their down tilt is
yeah, Banjo-Kazooie has actually really solid animation.
Bill Drill. It looks a bit different from their original games, but the animation...
All Smash characters have really good animation, but there's some really good stuff there.
In Japanese, their side smash is called Harisen Kazooie. Harisen is a word that only exists in Japanese, so I was curious what this move would be called in the West. In English, it's called Regal Bash. I think Regal is the type of bird.
I just like that. It's like, hello, my friend. I shall use you to punch other people.
Their neutral air is Wing Whack.
Look at the smears on that neutral air.
Is an air rat-a-tat-rat, which hits 3 times. Their down air is Beak Buster, which they use to downstab as they drop. As you can see, even their regular attacks are based on attacks from their original game. The down and up taunts were something that existed in the Banjo-Kazooie series too. The up taunt is based on an animation from Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts, where Banjo sometimes stretches. Now I'd like to go over their special moves. First, their neutral special is egg firing. It's pretty much their go-to move. The eggs bounce, and by holding down the button when launching the eggs, you'll do the attack you see here, Breagle Blaster. Breagle Blaster is based on this part in Banjo-Tooie where the screen mimics an FPS.
I'm actually really quite impressed by Banjo-Kazooie.
But as you do,
They've done a really good job of translating that character into Smash.
You can cancel it by crouching or pressing the shield button. Next, their side special is Wonder Wing. As in their original game, it's an invincible charging attack.
Uninterruptible has priority over most attacks. Well, that's not going to be annoying at all.
However, you can see some feathers above Banjo's head. There are 5 of them in total, and I just used up all of them. After using them up, you won't be able to use the attack again.
Okay, that actually does make it a little bit more.
Since the remaining uses of Wonder Wing only appear above their
I'm not really a competitive Smash player, but having, like, if it recharged or something, they would just be impossible to deal with.
You can use it as a recovery option. And since it's likely to trump counterattacks, it doesn't have many disadvantages, but it does have a weak point. If it's blocked with a shield, for instance, you'll be wide open to attack. In addition, you can be grabbed during this move. At any rate, keep track of how many Wonder Wing uses you have left. And when fighting against Banjo and Kazooie, make sure to take action against this attack and remember to keep an eye on it. It's important to keep this in mind. Next is their up special, Shock Spring Jump. This move utilizes the Shock Spring pad from their original game. There are a few things to note. First, you can hit your opponents with the Shock Spring pad.
So it's basically like Sonic's, spring.
It's throwable too. Also, it's pretty different from other up specials that carry the fighter upward in that you're still able to jump in mid-air after using it, meaning you can jump twice in a row. So if you're falling, you can use it like this, jump and then dodge, increasing your ability to recover. By the way, the height of a Shock Spring jump will change depending on how long you hold the button down. Note the slight difference in height. Next, for their down special, Rear Egg, they'll fire a grenade out of his backpack. It's a grenade egg. This is a slightly odd projectile in that it can only be launched behind the fighter. And because the grenade egg is football-shaped, its bouncy trajectory can be unpredictable. After a certain time, it will explode. I think it will be a useful tool for keeping opponents in check. It's treated like an item, so you can pick it up and throw it.
Even more annoying banana peels.
Your opponents can also throw it back at you. But its detonation sequence is relatively short. So both you and your opponents will need to make sure you throw it quickly, or it will explode while you're still holding it. I guess there are a lot of different ways to use this ability. Lastly, their final smash is the Mighty Ginginator. The Mighty Ginginator is what delivered the final blow to Gruntilda in their original game. This move will send your opponents flying.
I'm just waiting to see if they have some kind of shadow drop right at the end of Sakurai's presentation.
It's called Spiral Mountain. As you can see, it's a mountain where the bottom portion is a spiral shape. A rotation icon will appear, and the stage will spin. This is quite unusual, even for the Super Smash Bros. Series. It's truly unique. Anything on the stage, items or otherwise, will also move. As the stage turns, the shape of Spiral Mountain will also transform, meaning your recovery points will also change. Platforms like this will appear from time to time. A bridge will also appear when Gruntilda's lair is visible. Now that we've covered both the fighter and the stage, let's go ahead and jump into some actual battles. This time, I'll be taking on not just one, but two fighters in a team battle. Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong versus Banjo and Kazooie. Hang on, so there are actually two on my side too? So I should be fine, right? Probably not. In fact, definitely not. It looks like I'm gonna get beaten up pretty bad if I just stand around, so I'll play carefully. I should probably keep them in check. Your eggs, which can be fired forward or backward, are useful at times like this, and thanks to Kazooie, Banjo and Kazooie can use moves with a relatively wide range of attack. We'll make good use of these as we take them on. Note we're playing with items on. I think we're doing pretty good so far. I have two opponents, and since items are on, they'll have twice as many opportunities to pick up items. And since the final smash meter is on, the opponent can use it twice. I'm at quite a disadvantage, but I'm going to try my hardest. I can use Wonder Wing 2 more times. Oops, I guess I should be explaining all their moves, huh? Auto fire, auto fire. Ooh, ouch. Oh, their final smash meter's filled up. You can have that. Now. And nice. Now that there's one less opponent,
Nice. That's a really nice animation.
I do want to use a final smash, but it might be a bit tough. Oh, that's good. And final smash.
Leave it to Sakurai to do that.
I forced him out, so I win. Banjo picks up a Jiggy from the original game. Gah! That's a wrap. I'd also like to talk about some of the cameos that liven up the stage. First, we have the witch Gruntilda. In Banjo-Kazooie, this poor soul gets sealed underground by a boulder. Anyway, she's very cruel, and you can hear all about her from her sister, Brentilda. This is Bottles, a mole.
I never really played Banjo-Kazooie or any of those games on the 64, so I don't have much nostalgia for this.
He's a friend of Banjo and Kazooie. Next is Mumbo Jumbo. This poor soul had all of his Mumbo tokens stolen by Gruntilda. He helps you out in many ways throughout the game. And we have Tootie. Can you spot her? She's running at the bottom. She's tiny and can barely even make her out. But by zooming in, you can see all the detail, even at her size. You could probably make an action game just using this. She's raising havoc on the vegetable patch for some reason. And after that, she strikes an enigmatic taunt. Now she's heading back home. She looks all calm when you look at her this way, but this soul is actually the saddest of all the souls. You'd understand how miserable she really is if you saw the game over scene in Banjo-Kazooie. Oh, maybe she's not going home?
Dark Sakurai?
And here come the Jinjos. We saw some of these a short while ago when the mighty Jinjonator appeared. They come in many different colors and were hidden throughout the world by Gruntilda in the original game, so you could say they're also sad souls.
Sakurai, are you trying to tell us something? Just constantly talking about how everyone's sad and miserable.
But since they can float around, they're lucky enough to have made the cut in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This is what they look like close up. It's basically a dragonfly, right? We put a lot of thought into the guest characters as well, and we put a lot of effort into these hard-to-see areas.
Please let Sakurai go to sleep. Please let him go to sleep.
Next, let's talk music. As I mentioned earlier, we're taking country-style music and adapting it for use in battle. We're including a total of 10 music tracks. Of these, 7 are entirely new arrangements. I've always thought that getting all this for $5.99 is a fantastic deal. So, I hope you enjoy it. The music for Spiral Mountain was arranged by Grant Kirkhope. He created the original Banjo-Kazooie's music. I've worked with many musicians over the years, but this is the first time I've worked with a musician outside of Japan.
It really is frustrating, like, to hear about Sakurai and his work ethic and just how relentlessly he runs himself into the ground for Smash games, especially. It's like, Jesus Christ, just go have a holiday. Just go lie on a beach and don't do anything for like a year, please. And it doesn't even feel like he's being forced to do it by anyone. He's just doing it because he's a fucking workaholic.
We're very pleased with the sales of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And to express our appreciation, we've added another game mode, which will pretty much be our final new mode. I'm going to go ahead and play, so please take a look. And here it is. You need to damage the sandbag in front of you as much as possible. And with this bat, not with this, but this bat. And off it goes. High. Maybe a little too high. And so,
oh hey, sandbag is back. Nice.
It's been powered up in various ways compared to previous home run contests, so please enjoy. This time, Sandbag has flown 300 kilometers. I think that's about the distance from Tokyo to Nagoya. That's if you drive on the Tomei Expressway. You can actually play with a second player. Let's give it a go. Attack, attack, keep attacking using both players. Time to strike. Here we go.
Poor Sandbag-chan.
No. This isn't how you're supposed to play the game. When I say 2 players can take part, I mean friends can play together, and not one person playing as 2 fighters.
Sakurai would play as 2 fighters.
Play this with your friends. In shared content, many people have uploaded their customized Mii fighters.
Oh, Sandbag-chan is a hardcore masochist. Like it,
now, it may have been a little difficult to use since you were not able to customize.
Like it's a kinky bastard.
But moving forward, you will be able to freely customize your special moves.
Yeah, they're just hitting on her.
If you find a Mii fighter that you like the look of, you can freely download them and set the special moves however you want and play as them. However, this will not be applied to Mii fighters created before this software update, and only applies to Mii fighters created after the update. So I hope you re-upload your Mii fighters. Please enjoy many different varieties of Mii fighters.
Do you have anything extra to
We will
drop?
add in some Mii fighter costumes as well. Please take a look.
Really? Well, that's a deep cut. Oh, that's actually a really nice Proto Man costume. Team Rocket Brawlers. That's nice. That's pretty cool, actually. It's Sans Undertale! Sans is in Smash, everyone! He's in Smash! It's official for real! And it comes with a Megalovania mix. They fucking did it! They put Sans in Smash! There's gonna be so many fucking Mii Fighter gunners at the next tournaments. Oh my god. Sans Undertale is in Smash.
Sans from Undertale, who was a popular request. And this Sans outfit also comes with a music track. This will be listed in the other category, so you can check it out there.
Oh, that's the funniest fucking
The
thing.
arrangement was made by none other than the creator of Undertale himself, Toby Fox.
Oh, that's the funniest fucking thing.
Toby has actually visited my house, and we played Super Smash Bros. Ultimate together. He was actually really good. Of all the guests, he was probably the strongest.
They should have put that in the main direct, man.
When we both chose random and played, the win ratio was about half and half. Or I may have been losing. Next, I'd like to talk about a new set of amiibo that will soon be available.
That is incredibly funny.
Ivysaur.
Oh, those are really nice amiibo.
And Snake. I wonder why he was hiding. They will each be available on September 20th. The software update, including the Banjo and Kazooie DLC, will be available today.
Oh man. Sans is in Smash. It's official now. It's real.
As mentioned in Nintendo Direct, Terry Bogard will be joining Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Although we showed the reveal trailer, there was hardly any in-game footage. Some of you may wonder where the in-game footage is. Well, it's shaping up nicely.
They made a Mii Fighter costume for the gunner, which is Sans from Undertale.
That SNK Neo Geo opening was fun, wasn't it? I'd like to show you just a little bit of in-game footage of Terry. Here you go.
Yeah, he's clearly early in development.
Finally, it was announced that we will be working on even more DLC fighters. To me, it feels like the finish line is sliding farther away.
Let Sakurai go to sleep.
You may wonder, how much longer can he be involved with Super Smash Bros. Ultimate? But I'm also excited.
Please take a holiday.
Adding more characters into the game means that more game worlds will be added to the series. And ultimately, that means that there will be an even greater opportunity to delight the fans.
Hey, you know what would be delightful, Sakurai, if you took a holiday?
I feel that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is now representing so many characters in game worlds that it's become an enormous game. Even if the Super Smash Bros. Series continues moving forward, I doubt there will ever be an opportunity to bring this many characters together again. And so I want to keep improving on this record as much as possible. And I will continue to work hard at developing the game.
Stop working hard, just go to sleep.
I appreciate your support. That's it for today. Thank you very much.
If I hear this man has been put in the hospital one more time, I will be upset. Anyway, was that it? I still can't fucking believe they put Sans in Undertale. That's a thing they did for real. That's a thing they actually did. So let's discuss what we've been looking at a little bit. I'm gonna turn the audio off the thing, and we're gonna play it back at double speed. And just have a look. Like, yeah, Overwatch, everyone knew that one was coming. I'm curious to see how much of a downgrade it's gotten graphically on the Switch. And I'm also wondering if it's actually gonna bring in a lot of new players to Overwatch, because I feel like it probably won't. Like, I don't know that there's a huge, like, group of players who were, like, not gonna play Overwatch, but then, oh, hey, it's on the Switch. Let's get into it. So I'm not really sure, like, how big of a deal that really is on a business level. But yeah, I mean, I'm just gonna go back over the direct and discuss the stuff that's in there, so if you're not interested in that, it's time to log off, I think. But yeah, Luigi's Mansion is actually, like, look at the aesthetic of that game. It's really fucking cool. See if I can find that shot of the hotel again. Please snap your fingers, Mr. Man. I want to see the hotel. Like, I really like, look at the architectural design of that building, like how it bulges and kind of is stacked on top of each other, like multiple houses just kind of crammed on top of each other. Luigi's Mansion has always had a really good kind of lopsided, weird, sort of disjointed aesthetic feel that's really distinct from most Mario games. Like, that's really different on its own while still having that same cartoony aesthetic going on in it. Which I've always really liked, like, because it would have been the easiest thing in the goddamn world to just have Luigi running around in like Mario ghost houses. But they've created like a real aesthetic for him in his own game series, which I appreciate a lot, because like, poor Luigi never gets anything. Yeah, I don't know that I'll ever play the multiplayer in that game though, because, and I'm curious about this one too. Because, like, you can see there's all this stat bullshit going on right here, right? And it's free to start, which I would surmise means there's a whole bunch of timers or some kind of stamina meter where you can't play again until X amount of hours have passed or whatever, and you have to pay for premium currency to speed up. And it also looks like you've got these things here, like Rarity, Unicorn Helm, White Hawk Helm, Wonder Helm, Crimson Helm, Golden Helm. And that, to me, says gacha mechanics. Like, that says you have to pay for some capsule random drop thing to drop the really good helmets so you can have good stats and fight the bigger bosses. So I'm a little bit worried about the monetization on this one. Because Nintendo has finally been convinced to really get into the shitty monetization game. They're like a couple of years late, like they always are, but they're getting there. And this looks like one of those. So I don't think I'll be playing this, like, because the monetization, I love Kirby, but I don't love that kind of monetization. And now we have Secret of Mana. Seriously, if you haven't played it, it's on the Switch now. There's an official translation. You should go and get it. I'm excited for the remake. I'm a little worried about the animation quality, especially those dialogue scenes there. Like, they're a little stilted, and I'm not 100% convinced by them yet. But the game is also still relatively... Like, it's not polished yet, it's not done in development. So depending on reviews, I'm definitely gonna get that. Because I love Trials of Mana, or Seiken Densetsu 3. It's really, really fucking good. And I already own Obra Dinn on PC, but I haven't played it yet. I really should. I should stream it or something. Because it's a really fucking clever little game. And again, I can't remember the bronze engravings. Like, I really fucking love the aesthetic mix of like using this black and white screen tone pixel art style to evoke the idea of copper engravings from like the Victorian era. Like that's such a clever visual move. And it means you can get a really cool aesthetic out of a game that has relatively low, model fidelity and stuff. And as for Town, I really fucking love the aesthetic of this game. Like it's got a sort of Dragon Quest as filtered through Pokemon kind of aesthetic to it. We have this semi-chibi thing with all these charming little, bendy, curvy structures, and where nothing is ever really, there's really no straight lines in a lot of the design. And I'm curious about the battle system, because what it looks like is there's this number thing where you have to break an opponent's weak points by using moves that are better than theirs in some way or another, which I find really fascinating. Like, I think that looks relatively complicated for like what's a Game Freak game. It's supposed to be some kind of kids game, right? And I'm a little surprised to see a combat system that looks that relatively complicated. I thought they would have gone with something way simpler, like, because it's from the Pokemon developers and it's such a childish aesthetic. But no, it looks like it's got a relatively complex battle system going on, which I'm fascinated by. On the other hand, the animation is like, some of it is really good. Like that animation right there, that special attack thing that he did, that had a really cool animation. But then some of the other stuff is like, ooh, it could do with a little bit more polish, I'll be quite honest. So I don't know. Maybe it's just because it's still early in development, not early, but it's still in development. But I'm like, that jumping slash animation, for example, I'm not convinced by. And in order for that game to really be appealing, the animation has to be on top. Like, it really has to be solid. And then, yada, yada, yada. We already watched a bunch of Banjo-Kazooie, so we're fine. And we know it's Terry Bogard, but we also know that we're not going to know anything about him. Let's see, what else? Oh, yeah. Link's Awakening. I played the shit out of that game on my Game Boy. And I never completed it. I have never completed Link's Awakening even once. I have gotten to, the penultimate dungeon, several times, and then showed, I've got some other stuff to do, and then never come back to it and started over and started over and started over. So once it's out on Switch, I'm gonna fucking complete it. I swear to God. I'm gonna beat that damn game. But the aesthetic is really, I really love that they took an aesthetic risk with this game. Because it would have been really easy to basically copy the aesthetic from the DS, the 3DS Link, what the hell? Link to the something. It would have been really easy to copy that aesthetic just directly, wholesale. But they didn't do that. They took a chance on creating something that looks like a little toy box, basically. Where I'm not 100% sure I like the glossiness of all the character models all the time, because sometimes they look a little bit too plastic. But in terms, that little tilt shift aesthetic, like you're looking at toys from above, that's a really clever... It's a really clever way to do it. And of course, Kirby's in that game, so it can't be all bad. And I like that they've made Kirby even more obviously Kirby this time around, rather than in the original Link's Awakening, he was sort of a copy Kirby, like a Kirby alike, but not really Kirby. I like that they've made it very explicit this time, so we can kill Kirby. Link Between Worlds, that's what it was called. And I agree. I really hope that that the dungeon assembly game is a test run for a Zelda Dungeon Maker. I really want Nintendo to put up more Maker games. And I'm curious why we didn't see anything for Mario Maker in this Direct at all. Because it's been out for a while. You'd think it would be time. Because I believe the Eiji Aonuma said something about that the idea for the chamber dungeon thing came from Mario Maker. Came from the demand for a Mario Maker-like. Because if Nintendo ever puts out a proper, imagine if Nintendo put out a Zelda Maker where you can not only create dungeons, but you can actually create an overworld that links the dungeons together, and you can decide which dungeon has which item that'll help you get from one dungeon. they're already creating whole new generations of game developers with Mario Maker. They would fucking be supercharging that if they put out a Zelda Maker. La da 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 da. I'm a little disappointed you can only share levels through Amiibo, apparently. That kind of sucks. It makes it kind of useless unless you live next to someone who actually wants to play your shitty Zelda levels. And then Dragon Quest, which I'm just not very interested in. I've never really followed the Dragon Quest series. It's never been my jam. I was always a Final Fantasy kid. But I am, like I said during the Direct, Tokyo Mirage Sessions, I've heard so many good things about it, like that it was sort of an unappreciated gem on the Switch, really. If you can kind of stomach all the idle bullshit that's in it. And it has nothing to do with Fire Emblem whatsoever, except that some of the characters that get summoned are sort of Fire Emblem-ish or have Fire Emblem names. But it's really just a kind of weird Persona Shin Megami Tensei spin-off game. And if you approach it like that, it's actually genuinely quite good. But it's as a collaboration, as a crossover between Shin Megami Tensei and Fire Emblem, it was so disappointing. It was so disappointing. Because, like, this is just not what anyone wanted from that kind of collaboration. Like, no one who plays Fire Emblem was like, hey, you know what I want? I want an idle game set in modern Tokyo for my Fire Emblem. Like, that's no one who plays Fire Emblem wanted that. They would have taken a visual novel. They would have taken a tactical RPG, but nobody wanted this. That doesn't mean it's bad. It's just, wow, was I disappointed when I learned what that collaboration was actually about. And then there's Deadly Premonition 2, which I'm genuinely kind of shocked that that game got a sequel. That's. I wonder if Nintendo were like publishing it or if it's coming to Switch. Because it doesn't say. I don't think they said it was an exclusive of any kind. So, because like if Nintendo funded it, that would be quite kind of impressive. And then there's Divinity Original Sin 2, which is a much better game than it has any right to be, and I just don't enjoy it. Doom 64, which again is like, that's neat, that's cool. I don't think anyone was really demanding it, but it's cool that it's there. Let's see, this high-res squad shooter, not Apex Legends, not Overwatch, competitive objective, something. It looks fine, but I don't know who would want it. Like, who was like, oh yeah, you know what, I want a squad shooter from Hi-Res Games. I don't know who they're making those games for, like. And then the fucking T Pokemon in Sword and Shield. But yeah, they only really told us about the extraneous features, like all the, you know, mini games and shit you can do in the game. They never really told us anything about Pokemon Sword and Shield itself in this Direct. But I'm sure GameXplain or whoever will be going over the footage with a fine-tooth comb to find new Pokemon or little things in the backgrounds. I do wonder, like, they said specifically that if you use this feature, your Pokemon will get stronger in battle. So I wonder if that's like they get experience points or if they can learn new moves. And I'm 110% sure there's going to be at least one Pokemon whose evolution is tied to whether or not you use Pokemon Camp. There's going to be one Pokemon where you have to use this fucking thing in order to get it to evolve. Which is fine, I guess. The T Pokemon. Like, yeah, I know the game is set in Britain, but that's a little on the nose, isn't it? Like, that's the parody Pokemon people were talking about when they learned the game was based on England. It was like, oh yeah, there's gonna be like a cop Pokemon who's like a Bobby with a policeman. There's gonna be a tea Pokemon who's made of tea, and yeah, there's a tea Pokemon that's made of tea. It's a whole tea geist. I love how unsubtle it is. That's actually kind of lovely. And then a fucking Cormorant. Like, that's actually, yeah, that's a good version of a of a British Pokemon, a cormorant. That's a good bird to reference. And then finally, fucking finally, they put SNES game. This should have been at launch. Like, at launch, they should have had SNES games on the Switch. It's ridiculous that Nintendo have deliberately been so slow to put out any of their library on the online service. Like, it's ridiculous. Anyway, what's in here? Demon's Crest. Yes! That's a really fucking good game. Breath of Fire. That's nice. I really want Breath of Fire 2, though. F-Zero, Dream Course, Pilot Wings, Stunt Race, FX for some reason. Super Ghouls and Ghosts, nice. Super Mario World, nice. Super Metroid, nice. Super Soccer, that's kind of cool. Super Tennis, I think I played that once when I was a kid. Mario World 2, Link to the Past, Mario Kart, Star Fox, Dreamland 3, Joe and Mac 2, Lost in the Tropics of all things. Brawl Brothers. I think I've played everything on this list once except Super EDF. Which again, good on them that they have finally decided to put Super Nintendo games on it, but we should be up to GameCube by now. Honestly, we should have been up to GameCube by now. I will buy that controller, though. If I have like $20 extra lying around, I will buy that controller. Let's see, what else is in there? Mario and Sonic at the Olympics. A game which is apparently a series that's apparently getting better and better and better. And which I'm sure Nintendo has pulled out. Like, I'm sure Nintendo has done something extra for it since it's the Tokyo Olympics. Like, I'd be surprised if they didn't put a little extra in there for that. Which means it might be worth a purchase. And then there's Demon X Machina, which has such a cool fucking aesthetic. Like, I really love how this game uses color. It's gorgeous, and its explosions are gorgeous, and it's got some cool character designs, but the demo, back when I played it, was just so crap. It was so bad. Like, it wasn't even really bad. It wasn't even actively bad. It was just boring. Like, it was just, do this thing 10 billion times to kill one enemy. And it was like, ugh. And then Jedi Outcast, for no reason, shows up. Which is cool, because that's a really good game, but who saw that coming? I don't think anyone did. And now I'm wondering if we could get, like, Jedi Academy, which is the one, that was the first of these games that I played, was Jedi Academy. Or if Dark Forces might be an option, because that would be cool as hell. But yeah, I remember, like, it was so cool doing lightsaber duels back in the day. Let's see, Witcher 3, a game that I'm never gonna play. Assassin's Creed, which is fine, I guess, but, like, looking at what the other Assassin's Creed games on Switch have looked like, I'm not really excited for this, because I think it's just gonna look kind of crap. Let's see, Dauntless is pretty good. Just Dance is not my thing. I like dancing, but I don't like dancing like that. Grid Autosport, which is whatever. Farming Simulator, which is the shit. Did you know there's a Farming Simulator esport? There's an esports league for Farm Simulator. It's actually pretty big. They've got broadcasts and everything, which is fucked up. Wrath of the White Witch, which is a gorgeous, gorgeous little game that I should really finish. A gambling simulator with a basketball skin. Call of Cthulhu, which I've heard is decent. Like, it's like okay. It's not great. It's not a AAA, but it's fine. And then The Outer Worlds coming to Switch. I didn't know that. I didn't know they were actually putting that on Switch. And Devil May Cry 2, which is objectively the worst Devil May Cry. Vampire, which is also fine. And what else is in there? Oh yeah, a bunch of Animal Crossing news, which I want this game very badly, but I also don't want it because I have other things to do with my life. Xenoblade Chronicles, which is fine. And that was the big ending thing that they did, was just drop the port of that game. Which is, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, I'd love to play Xenoblade Chronicles again, but not really a big deal. And I think that's about it for the Direct, actually. So, yeah. No, Farming Simulator as an esport is real. That's a real thing that happens. And the reason I don't want to play Witcher 3 is because I didn't like Witcher 1 and I didn't like Witcher 2. So I have no reason to want to play it. I have no connection with Geralt or his universe or anything, so...